your layout photos, the question of the week, and a big flashback. All of that coming right up on Dispatch. You're watching Dispatch, the variety show for model railroaders. I'm Roy Smith. Thanks for joining me. On this edition of the show, we take a look at your layout photos. We share your responses to the question, do you really want to finish building your layout? And we flash back to a video that I uploaded in January 2016 called Should You Hide Your Helix? Okay, let's get started with your layout photos. Most model railroaders like to look at other people's layouts, and you can too, right here on every edition of Dispatch. Here's how it works. You post photos of your layouts in our Facebook group. Then I bring your photos over here to Dispatch to share with everyone during the show. And here are the photos you posted since the last edition of Dispatch. After the show, I'd like you to go over to the Facebook group and post a photo of your layout there because it's fun to share the hobby and because we want to see what you're doing on your layout. I will put a link to the group down below where you can post your photos. Remember, you can post photos of your layout no matter what scale you model in. And yes, you can post photos of your club's layout as well. But if you just posted a photo within the past day or two and didn't see it here today, then watch for it in the next edition of Dispatch. As always, you'll know you have arrived at our Facebook group when you see this photo at Echo Canyon on my layout. Now it's time for our question of the week. And here it is. Do you really want to finish building your layout? If not, why not? Here's how you responded to the question. A number of you said yes, you would like to finish building your layout because a finished layout is more fun to operate on. It is more fun to run trains through completed scenes. You said yes, you would like your layout to be finished in order to feel a certain sense of accomplishment. At least you would like it to look finished to others. You said yes, you would like it to be finished so that you can focus on operations instead of layout building. And you said yes, you would like it to be finished, but there are always more things to do. It isn't likely to ever be finished for lack of time and money. But a variety of you said you don't really expect or even necessarily want to finish your layout because then what would you do for fun? Building a layout is the most enjoyable part of model railroading, you said. And if you did finish it, then you might be tempted to tear it down and start all over. You said you'd like to make more progress, but no, a layout can't ever be finished, you said, even if you want it to be, because real life keeps getting in the way of working on the layout. You keep discovering better ways of doing things along the way, and there is always something to add or change, even if the layout appears to be finished at a glance. I'd like to thank all of you who responded to the question. Your responses are a great way to share the hobby. Now, we do have a question for the next edition of Dispatch, and here it is. Why do you think the hobby is so enjoyable? As always, post your answers to the question in the comments section down below. Then I will tabulate your answers and discuss the results in the next episode. Again, the question is, why do you think the hobby is so enjoyable? Now it's time for our big flashback. I'm going to take you way, way back to January 2016 when I uploaded a video called Should You Hide Your Helix? At that time, my layout was still in its infancy, but I had completed 2 helices to connect the upper and lower levels of the layout. As you are about to see, I showed you the 2 helices in the video. One of the helices was still hidden behind fascia at the time, and the other was open from the very start of construction. I posed a question in the video, should you hide your helices or should you leave them open? I ran a train through both of the helices to demonstrate the differences between them. As you will see in the flashback, I still hadn't painted White Mountain, constructed Echo Canyon, or begun to remodel Evanston back then, and my videography skills were still limited at best. Even so, let's take a look at a bit of the video because you may be thinking of building a helix on your layout or perhaps modifying a helix that you've already built. Okay, let's run a train through the helixes. The train we're going to run today is headed by a consist of 2 cathode diesels pulling 16 loaded coal porters. A consist of multiple diesels is certainly more prototypical than a single diesel. But besides, a consist of 2 or more diesels is necessary because a single diesel can't pull that many loaded coal porters up either helix, even though both helixes have a modest 2% grade. Here, the same train leaves Green River and passes through Evanston before descending the western helix en route to Ogden. I hope you enjoyed the flashback. There's much more to see in the video, so I encourage you to go watch the rest of it. I will put a link to it down below. Now then, coming soon in my continuing series about freight car upgrades. For some time now, I've been working on my freight cars to make them run better and look more realistic, but I still have a lot of work to do. In my next step, I think I will begin to repaint and redecal those cars that need it, and after that, I will weather the cars. Be watching for it. And remember, there are well over 300 other videos posted right here on this channel. Go to my videos page and browse around. There's a link to it down below. Or go to these videos over here just by clicking on them. Well, thanks for letting me share the world's most amazing hobby with you here on Dispatch. As always, I'm Roy Smith. Until next time, happy railroading.